Hey there, it's Dr. Devesh Vashishta. I hope this message finds you well. This morning, I'm spending some time working on recommendations to Medi-Cal on which new drugs to cover. It's been a really fascinating morning. We're looking at couple of medications that are used for the treatment of asthma and allergies. And I wanted to just take a second to talk about the Medi-Cal formulary and my experience working with it as a primary care doctor who works serving low-income patients here in San Diego. Um, the reason I think that formulary is important is that it is just one set of medications that's covered for every patient on Medi-Cal. It does make the doctor's job a lot easier when I don't have to go looking between different insurance types. And so that's a huge benefit of having just a single formulary or a set of medicines that's covered. For patients too, generally speaking, the formulary stays the same year to year. There are some additions. Sometimes things are taken away. As many of you will know now, Medi-Cal is no longer going to cover the weight loss injections. But generally speaking, for the common things we see, whether it's things like thyroid issues, blood pressure, diabetes, the Medi-Cal formulary has been fantastic. Um, Patients also have a good experience in general. Their medications are covered. They can feel, confident in what's going to be on there. And of course, Medi-Cal patients typically don't pay a copay for their medications. My view as someone who personally has not had Medi-Cal insurance, but who has jumped around like many of us do from employer insurance to employer insurance, depending on the job, I really wish that I could have healthcare that has a single formulary. That simplicity is just so much easier on the physician's side and also on the patient's side. One thing I've learned from my work on this Medi-Cal committee is that the other big advantage of having a single set of covered medications is that the insurer can then negotiate with pharmaceutical companies to bring down the costs. And so that's how Medi-Cal, manages to provide certain expensive medications like the one I'm looking at right now called omalizumab or Xolair. Medi-Cal is considering covering that without a prior authorization. And the way that this kind of thing can get done is that in bulk negotiations, when Medi-Cal says we're negotiating on behalf of, 13 million Californians, that's how you can bring costs down. And that's why I'm so passionate about a single payer healthcare system for everyone, not just for Medi-Cal patients, but one system that we all can negotiate together under is that there's power in numbers and we have the ability then to bring down costs for everyone. Some people will say, oh, if you put everyone in the same insurance, you're gonna, you won't get variations. You won't have the ability to get special plans, this and that. But I think the cost we've seen of having such a broken, piecemeal healthcare system is so high that it's time to try something different. All right. Well, it's great to see you, and there'll be more information coming soon. We have a podcast video interview coming up about the recent youth-led revolution in Nepal that I'm super excited about. So stay tuned for that. Take care.